Yeah, yeah, I'll take you through everything now. Morning, everybody. See how if he gets through training today, he still got niggle on Sunday, yesterday. So we obviously wanna get him into the team, but he has to get through today's training. So that's why he's slashed with Paul, and we also don't want to train today. That's why Peter is staying captain. But if Sia gets through, we might make a change there. But we just want to make sure if Sia doesn't get through, then at least we had the captain on the day. So that's why he's slashed with Paul. So if he comes through, he'll replace Paul. Then Cheslin, it's more than just cramps. So yeah. Yeah, he's in amber at this stage. There might be a late change with Cheslin if he really recovers well. We might make a change there, but at this stage, I don't think it will be. So that's why we announced the team like it is. Ben Jason have some concussion symptoms which he picked up last week. Buan, Venter and Kian Horn is playing for the Lions tomorrow, so they won't be part of our team. And then unfortunately, Kanan and Grant, Kanan pulled a hamstring and Grant got an ankle injury. So those are the guys that are out.
If Sia plays, what happens to Paul? Does he move to the bench?
No, Paul moves out of the 23.
If Sia does play, obviously brings a lot of leadership to the team, but do you think he can also help maybe with, on Saturday, the All Blacks generally found that they were always able to get an extra man out wide. I mean, sometimes they have to be really patient about it, but they didn't tend to find space out wide. Do you think that's an area Sia can
I think you're 100% right there. I mean, Paul played really good. I mean, he played well, and there's no reason why we should keep him out. But Sia, Sia is our captain. Peter Steff is doing a sterling job, and Peter is really playing well. And you spot on Sia's got some strengths, which one of them is the attacking breakdown. He's really good at sorting that out fast, which was the area which we struggled with. I think there was lots of times that we played really badly, and not because they did anything illegal. We just couldn't get them away out of the breakdown when we were in really good attacking positions. Sia's really good at that, and then as you rightly say there, he's really good at getting us width on defense. Him and Peter together, Peter Steff together, we call it the gates. They are really well organized in the defensive sets in the gates. So that was definitely something which we lacked. But Paul will just get better. He's only played 4 matches. So yes, I think Sia will definitely help us in those 2 areas.
Just 2 things. You said Kanan's injured, so is that putting him in doubt for the rest of the series? But also just 48 hours, you've done a bit of an analysis, I'd imagine. What's your calm take of the first test?
Yeah, no, I almost swore. I didn't swear. I just said F. I didn't complete it. No, hell, man. They played well. They deserve to win. There was nothing that the referee did wrong. They played really well, and they took us in certain areas to a place that we couldn't handle some stuff. And then when they got their opportunities, they really finished well. I do think the scoreboard doesn't 100% reflect. We certainly, there were stages where I felt we were dominant, and I don't want to say the old normal words. It's just true. We didn't convert those opportunities, over the try line, knock on the ball. Third scrum, we get a penalty score. We're 3 points behind. Maybe we should have taken the points. I take that on me. Because I also thought we should go for another scrum, and then unfortunately Gerard walked around a little bit. The ref made the right call there, and then where we thought there was maybe a headshot, which obviously the TMO reviewed, and then from the back of that headshot not being a penalty for us, then we got a yellow card and 2 yellow cards from that, and then they ran away with another 2 tries, which make the scoreboard look really bad. But most of the things we inflicted on ourselves, and that's frustrating. I mean, we are irritated with each other inside the camp because, yes, they are a very good team and they're number 1 in the world now, and we now the team that chases them to try and get the number 1 spot back again. Do I ever think that during the game there was some stages where we had really good dominance for, I think territory was 60%, and possession was a hell of a lot, and we didn't convert that. I thought our defence, although there was 6 tries leaked, was really great up until minute 60. And then a Charlestown try from Grant, and we got penalised for being offsides, and they get away with a little bit being offsides. And with that, I'm not pointing fingers at the referee. Those are things that we normally handled in the past, and we weren't good at handling that in this specific game. Yeah, it's not even the hamstring anymore. It's a little bit of an ankle as well now.
You've changed your bench quite significantly. I think it's 2 of the guys that are there. Does that suggest you didn't? I know you had injuries, but does that suggest you didn't get what you want from your bench?
I think we didn't get what we want from the bench because the guys who started didn't convert when we were there and when we were inside the 22. I mean, we had 11 22-minute entries and we got one reward from it. Now that is good defence by New Zealand, great breakdown work by New Zealand, and poor execution by us. So, if the guys who started, and I'm including coaches there, I think me personally made some wrong calls on some of the tactics we wanted to try and do inside the 22. Palance didn't work, and that's on me. And then the way New Zealand stopped us there. So, yes, the bench didn't have the impact, but the guys who started, and us as coaches, didn't give those guys the platform to actually go on and finish those things. They had to chase the game, and I don't know, what was it, minute 55, minute 60, those 3 scrums there in the middle. I say it again, the wrong call. Take the 3 points. There's no bonus points. It's a series. It will get 1 in game 3. The series will get 1 or lost or drawn, or can be able to get drawn. So it's a great opportunity lost by us, which we caused on ourselves. But you can't blame it on the bench if the guys who started didn't convert.
Coach, you stated over any said he expected the Springboks to double down on their tactics, scrumming, kicking high balls, without giving away the game. Is that a fair assumption?
Well, they imprinted their game plan on us. And that's where they were better than us. I mean, it's actually funny. I thought this game, I mean, it was, to all agree, for them it was a beautiful game. For us it was, for 60 minutes, a really well contested game, and then they ran away with us. And funny enough, it's 27 minutes ball and play, and everybody wants to chase ball and play. And so I guess that's gone now. We're just very frustrated with ourselves. We are, I know all of us sit here, we got a big hiding of 16 points. So they definitely, what they wanted to do, they got right. I think what we wanted to do, we tried really hard, but then they stopped us with very good tactics at the breakdown. They contested really well at the breakdown. I think we had dominant carries. I think we really had some good momentum. But there was just times when the opportunities was just there for us, and then we just do a stupid breakdown error or playing maybe down the blind or trying to go over the forwards again. So as much as we wanted to try and enforce our way of playing, and I think we did. I think we mauled well. I think we scrummed well. I think for 60 minutes we defended well. But then when they got the 2-3 opportunities, like New Zealand, most of the years in the past when we played them, they converted.
Last logging question, Brendan.
Rassie, you said on Saturday it's not a catastrophe. You've been in this situation before. You guys know how to keep yourselves out of the hole, so to speak. Was it maybe a concern for you how, from that scrum, things just fell apart a bit for a team that's so experienced?
Yeah, it was. Obviously, it's concerning, and when I say it's not a catastrophe, it's awful. It's shit. It's not nice to be in this position. I mean, I would rather play bad and win than play good and lose. Of course, I thought for quite a number of minutes we played well, but we lost, so that's frustrating. And now, I don't want to make excuses, because what happened to us is on me and as a team. but I think for the first time in a long time, the 5-2-6-3 experiment backfired a bit on us, and I'll say it as it is. But I think odds-wise, if you take it, how many times we've done it, I think this was the first one where when Kirtley got injured, you know, Jesse went to wing, Damien went to outside centre, Andre, where we would have liked to play him, impact flanker, had to go to 12. And then the whole backline was a little bit rejigged, you know. So with that one injury of Kirtley, and that was bad planning by myself, probably a better thing would have been to put Gaza on the wing, put Sasha at fullback and put Mani at 10. Then the 12-13 stays intact. And, you know, we also had Grant that could have gone to wing. And Kobus just comes straight on. I think I made the incorrect sub there by putting Jesse to wing. And then that disjointed the whole attack flow. And obviously some of the defensive stuff.
Rusty, you said that regarding the breakdown that you hadn't expected the All Blacks to rip the ball in contact. So now for training this week, do you prepare to train to expect that, or will you look at tomorrow to
Look, I think I said it in the previous week. The way they contested the breakdown it's brutal. It's sometimes they play your arms, which they can. Sometimes you know that they flop onto you when you struggle to get off. Sometimes they just tackle you back, but then most of the times after the tackle happens, they come over. And then they get their hands on the ball, and sometimes not successfully stealing it, but just slowing it down so the defense can set. And we didn't keep quick ball, but it's our doing, our wrongdoing. So it's unbelievably frustrated when we were in good position that the ball was slow or either bobbling out. It's not on a platter there for Grant to make good decisions and for Kobus to make good decisions. Yeah, so the only thing we can do about that is getting our stuff better and give the guys some of those pictures, which the New Zealand do really well. And Dave is good at that. He's a good coach.
Rusty, in a series like this, particularly at the top end of the game, it's all about adjustments, right? From test to test. And clearly, as the team defeated, you have the bigger adjustments to make. Do you see those adjustments being more physical or more mental this week?
Well, I think the first thing that happened, both teams, I thought, I might be wrong and you guys might see it differently. I thought both teams for 50, 60 minutes, it was a hell of a physical battle. And I think they tackled us back, we tackled them back. We got some gain line, they got some gain line. You know, the try that Andre scored was just pure overpowering. And then they missed a few opportunities early on. Yeah, sorry, what did you question?
Just the adjustments, are they more physical?
No.
No,
the physicality is going to be there. Without a doubt, both teams are going to pitch up with the same physicality. It's just when I don't think they had more opportunities than us to actually score tries. I just think when they actually got those, they scored those, and we would set up another phase and then get a slow breakdown ball. So I think it's a mental thing, mind shift that we must make. We shouldn't make a physical mindset because the physicality must stay there. But we must just be smarter when we're there, which they were. And I'm not saying this like it's easy solutions. It's difficult solutions. So it's things that you must sort out quickly in 3 training sessions, and we'll start today. We'll start today.
Okay.
Rusty, 100 model back at 10. Was that something you were always going to do for Cape Town, or is that in response to that?
To be honest with you, we had a little bit of a different team in mind. You know, we hoped we could win the first test match, and we wanted to try some. We hoped Kane would be fit. Would have loved to play Cheslin again. He has only played 80 minutes for us prior to this because he's come from a taxing. You know, he's a small guy that plays really physical for his size, and we wanted him really fresh. And then unfortunately, him and Grant got injured. So there's a couple of changes that we wouldn't have made, and others that we wanted to make, but because of our injury situation and because of us not getting momentum, winning momentum, it's tough to make more changes. I mean, there's 6 changes already. I would say 3 is injury forced.
Rassie, at the start of the tour, Dion Fourie wasn't originally in the squad, and then he played that game against the All Blacks Restores very well. Was that the reason that you brought him in? Can you just talk about him?
Yeah.
Putting him in at the reserve group?
No, I've got here on my laptop. We've got the squad, and we've got the standby guys, the Ivan Rooses, the Ambrose Papiers, and all of those guys we have. But we've always had this column where we still have a Frans Malherbe on there, and we still have a Dion Fourie on there. And it's always, if Frans play again in January, I'm pretty sure we'll call in his number again. Obviously, Dion played well for those. He's not match fit. He hasn't played a lot of matches. But I coach him since he's 18. And he's a wrestler, he's a gymnast. For age 39, he covers for you hooker. He can go to open side as well if Sia plays, and he can move there later, and then Andre can maybe go to the back line again. So it gives us a little bit more options, gives us more leadership and calmness. So he was always on that bracket where, listen, boys, when we sometimes have to push the emergency button, he's one of those players.
Obviously, you don't want to be 2-1 down, so the pressure to win increases. How do you ensure that pressure galvanises your side rather than becomes a burden?
But when I'm answering that, please don't think I think we have all the solutions now here as we sit here. I don't want to sound it like. I also don't want our supporters. I know how our supporters feel. I know how we feel. I don't know how our media feel. They're also on our side. I know you feel a little bit different. But it's not a good position to be in. I can spin it as I want to. We know backs against the wall. Not the positive. The one thing that I can say, we've been in this position many a times. Just through, we've been together for 10 years, 9 years, and most of the squad, we've lost first pool games. We've lost the first game against the Lions series, but that doesn't make it easier. It just helps us to know that we've been there before, and we can fight our way out of it. But I'm 100% sure Dave and these guys will say, we're going to stop you. But we're very determined to try and get it right. Because it's Cape Town and it's probably going to be wet. Again, I think we played stupid, and a lot of the messages came from me on top, where 3 points is 2 less than 5. And we 16-13 under the poles, third scrum. Not sure will the ref reward us, then we make a mistake. We kick the kick over, and now with Cheslin out, and Cheslin kicked really well. People ask a lot of questions, why is this guy not kicking, and why is this guy kicking? When we see at training the one guy is kicking better than the other guy, then we let that guy kick because he's on form, or that skill set where he's currently, he kicks well, and Cheslin didn't miss a kick. Now with Cheslin out, I think it's going to be a wettish week. There we're only flying up on Wednesday, and then as I see the weather conditions, is a chance for rain. And yes, Andre has always been the guy that does it for us. He grew up there, it's his hometown. The same like Mani, I feel bad for Mani, but we know Mani is still going to play in these next 2 matches after this one. So yeah, we think Andre is a good fit for that.
Rassie, Matthias Pieterse had the test on Saturday. You've never been a coach who's looked after milestones in particular, but history does have it that whenever there's been a player who's got a 100 test against New Zealand, the result has gone the other way. Is that particular odd statistic weighing up on your mind?
Can you show statistics is we don't prepare differently when a guy plays 100 test match, So somebody's playing his 50th test match as well. Ox is playing his 50th test match as well. Now, we really don't make a big thing about it before the game because, it doesn't change your tactics. It doesn't change your build-up to the game. It's just a more special day for that specific player who we're proud of to being part of that. We normally, after the game, make a little bit of a thing about it in our team meeting, and we get their families in and so on. So obviously it wasn't nice for Dukes. It's nice to play his 100 test match, but it wasn't nice to lose it. Now, yes, it's bad when it happens, and if it's a trend, it's not something that we cause. It's maybe the opposition that stops us there. So we don't train differently when guys try to reach milestones. We always train the same.
I see there's a chance that Sam Downey and Patrick Fullerton will have to play twice this week. Is that an area that you might want to target, given they have to play 2 games in a week?
Who was the 2 guys that got concussion?
Josh Lord and
Yeah, I guess with the 2 of them out, it might put them out. We had a beer afterwards, me and Dave. Although people think we don't like each other, we had a beer afterwards, and he said, you know, it's tough for him to pick a team against the Lions, but I honestly think these midweek games is there for the tour purpose, and I don't really think the scores in those games are as important, you know, and I think New Zealand's depth, they will handle that easy. But yes, I think they might be in a position like that, but I wouldn't know.
Okay, Afrikaans, Steen en dan Percy.
Kan ons ek net vra of Pieter Steff Ox wat dit beteken vir die span net 'n bietjie hulle helder bring die milestones op die week?
Ja, altyd obviously ons het eers die span vanoggend aangekondig. En ons is trots op hulle almal, hulle verdien dit. Ons sal bitter graag wil doen in die wedstryd wil wen, en ek dink dit sal 'n groot geleentheid wees vir hulle om die series level te try maak in Kaapstad. Ek bly ook so deur goeie 45 minute gekry, weet hy het voor dit in die laaste 7 weke 7 minute gespeel, en ek dink hy was nogal regtig goed geweest, so ek dink hy sal net beter raak in hierdie game. Ja, en ons kom al van ek coach laaste 9-10 jaar saam met hulle, en nederige ouens net soos Damien Dalende. Hulle 100% verdien het. Ek dink Pieter is ons almal, ek dink selfs die Nieu-Seelandse mense sal erken hy's 'n baie down to earth ou, en 'n ou wat nie baie praat nie. Hy like om meer op die plaas te wees as enige ander plek, en as dit daar is, dan sit op die rugbyveld. En dan ook sy storie is maar net 'n remarkable ouetjie wat van die Cheetahs afkom en daar 'n bietjie rondgehardloop het, en dit een van die beste stutte in die wêreld geword het. So ons baie trots op hulle, en ons gaan hard probeer om nie dieselfde te doen wat ons as 'n groep aan Dukes gedoen het die naweek. Hallo Pieter. Kom ek antwoord die eerste Percy. Ons het hier gespeel waar ons sy halse klomp ondersteuning het, en ons fans gedrop, en ons voel terrible daaroor. Maar die fans help jou, lig jou 'n bietjie, en is lekker om voor hulle te speel, en is lekker as jy hoor hoe hulle cheer. So ek dink daai groepie mense wat in Kaapstad is, sal Nieu-Seeland help om die wedstryd te wen nie, want ons kon dit hier met 60,000 mense wat agter ons was, kon ons dit reg kry nie. So ja, dit sit 'n bietjie meer spice op. Ons weet mos nou, daar's baie goeie support vir hulle daar, en dit sal hulle so 'n bietjie lig, maar dan oomblik as die vletjie blaas, dan speel ons rugby te mekaar, en dan kan die skare kan nie tackle nie, hulle kan nie skram nie, hulle kan net lekker support, en dit lig jou baie keer as jy bietjie down is, wat ons nie gebruik het in naweekie. Hoe ons terugkom, Percy, is werk harder, fokus, weet ons is rig teen die muur nou, en soos ek in die vroeëre vraag geantwoord het, ek kan hier sit en skel en vloek en skree, want dis hoe ek in my hart voel. Ek is gelukkig as ek hier sit en ek moes nou nie hier vir julle sit en kwaad wees en met julle ongeskik wees, jy weet, maar ons is kwaad vir mekaar. Ons as coaches wat stupid goeders gedoen het en gesê het, en aan die spelers wat 'n bietjie op die veld baie keer stupid goeders gedoen het, en Nieu-Seeland baie goeie goed gedoen. So al wat ons kan doen is, wat ons gaan doen is, 100% voorberei, daai foute regmaak wat ons verkeerd gedoen het, en dan obviously try ons beste om die goeders wat Nieu-Seeland op hierdie stadium baie goed doen, en hulle verdien al die krediet wat aan hulle kant toe kom, gaan ons probeer om dit te neutraliseer.
Ek dink nou ja, ons met die maandagspan aankondig, baie mense net die belangrikheid van bestendigheid behouden vir die manne wat nog
Ja.
weer beserings en dan nog soos ek genoem het maar nie wat nog
Ja.
vas tot nooit is. Met die belangrikheid rondom dit bestendigheid.
Ja, ek dink eerstens moet ou sê baie keer dan kry mens krediet vir planne wat werk. Maar dan moet mense ook kritiek kry vir planne wat nie werk nie. En ek vat dit 100% op my werk. Dat dit nie gewerk om die span donderdag aan te kondig nie. Ek gaan dit weer probeer verduidelik. As jy die span donderdag aankondig, die spekulasie en die goeters wat aangaan rondom hy span, en spelers lees dit en hulle sien al die opsies en goeters. As die span maandag aangekondig word, maar laasweek het ek gedink, nee, weet, kom ons kondig hom donderdag aan, want jy wil, omdat ons New Zealand so hoog ry, het ons gedink, hoe minder kans hulle het, om te weet wat 'n speler speel waar, gaan ons bietjie 'n beter kans hê, maar ek dink dit het gebackfire op my en op ons 100%, en dan om die span lekker vroeg aan te kondig nou, om te weet, die ouetjie weet van vandag af, hy hoef nie in 'n stil te bly in 'n perskonferensie om nie te sê is ek in die span, is ek nie in die span nie. So ja, ons dalk ons eie stert bietjie daar gejaag en so dit het nie gewerk nie. En dan om die ouens wat ons nou gekies het, ja, ons het nog altyd 'n groot squad en nou kry daai ouens hulle geleentheid om All Blacks te face, om Jaka te face. Ek dink Jaka was special. Die game was special en Jaka was special. En hulle kry nou die geleentheid en ek sit hier met 'n brawe gesig. Maar my hart is seer vir wat ons gedoen het Saterdag en ons wil dit bitter graag regmaak.
Dit was al eintlik verbasend om te sien dat die naweek se nederlaag is 17 punte gewees het. Dit is die grootste nederlaag wat nog ooit in jou termyn.
Ja.
Maar dit sê dit eintlik al, ek weet dit is dalk weer om so te stel, sê dit amper al iets positiefs as jy vat in vir die jaar voor die oorgeneem het, was al 57-0 en 38-3. Sê dit nie positief eintlik oor hierdie groep wat julle vermaak het om 17 nederlaag so te sien.
Ja, ek het baie positiewe sien in 17 punte verloor. Maar ek dink dit is realisties. Ek dink julle almal wat hier sit ken rugby. Ek dink as jy nou vat die laaste, ek weet, na die headknock op een van ons spelers, toe kry ons die geel kaart en toe kry ons nog 'n geel kaart en toe word daar 2 tries geskoor en die ander een was van 'n touchdown afgeskoor. Jy weet so, ek voel eerlikwaar hulle het ons nie, jy het reg gesê dat ons hoed baie keer op defense nie reg was nie en dit kan ons fix, maar ek voel daar's 3 tries geskoor wat een is 'n chance down kick wat ek persoonlik voel die ou was 'n bietjie onkant gewees, soos wat Eben gestraf was toe hy onkant was, maar ek bedoel skeieregter kry dit verkeerd. Dis nie hoekom ons die game verloor het nie. So ek dink as jy daai 3 soft tries toe ons 13 was, 2 tries in die charge down, jy weet dan was dit 'n 5 punte game so en so. Ek dink ons kan vergelyk met 2018. Hierdie was 'n match waar New Zealand ons outplay het en ons moet dit regmaak die naweek. Ek hoop dit antwoord jou vraag.